Hey Simmers, it's Megan, aka Simply Simmer, and I know I've been on a short hiatus from YouTube for a few weeks, but I am back in the full swing of things now. I posted a teaser of this video on Facebook about a week or so ago, and I got some really good feedback. This Sims 4 stop motion speed build is inspired by The Simpsons. I've got a whole bunch of videos prepared for upload and they're all on really cool designs, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new content. The Simpsons was always a pretty big staple in my house as a kid. It was definitely one of my dad's favorite shows, so we had it on all the time. We had so many of the Simpsons video games too. I want to say there was one called The Simpsons Road Rage on the original Xbox that we played a lot. It was kind of like Crazy Taxi, but the Simpsons version of it. It was one of my most memorable childhood games, aside from The Sims, of course. So when I'm doing TV show builds, I try to watch as many episodes as I can to get things as accurate as possible. The Simpsons has almost 700 episodes though, so there was no way I was going to be able to watch all of them for this video. What I did instead was I looked up pictures on the internet and I also used clips from the show that I found on YouTube. So it may not be as accurate as some of my other builds, but I think everyone can still tell that this is from The Simpsons. Speaking of this house being very noticeably from The Simpsons, I must say that this is one of the gaudiest houses I've ever put together. I mean, these bright pink walls with the blue carpet and the bright furniture just does not look very good. But I will say the overall structure of this house is so pretty and it's really big. It kind of reminds me of my Rick and Morty build. Like, you never really notice how big these cartoon houses are until you actually sit down and map out their house. In the show, their kitchen is actually a little more on the purple side, but since I don't use any custom content in my builds, I used a lighter blue shade on the cabinets and stuck to purple walls. And again, this kitchen is super gaudy, so I made sure to use these bright green appliances as well. When I was doing some research for my build of the apartments from friends, I actually came across some interesting articles about what their apartments would look like if an interior designer came through and revamped it in 2020. So everything was modernized and it looked really cute, but you could still get the 90s aesthetic from the show. I think it'd be really cool if someone did that for the Simpsons house. It has so much potential, but interior design is not really Marge and Homer's strong suit. I do have this on the gallery and you can find me under Luke's Mommy 310. If anyone would be interested in downloading this build and revamping it, I'd love to see what you can all come up with. Make sure to leave a comment below with your gallery ID if you do this, or you can private message me on Facebook if you don't want it out in the open. I'd love to see what everyone comes up with. I designed the garage based off the episode where Homer is supposed to be cleaning out the garage. It was super cluttered and messy, so I just put as much junk in here as I could. I love using the cardboard dance floor that I believe came with a get-together pack when I'm trying to make things look messy. It just adds a really different element to the room rather than just looking at the cement floor. By the way, I have had a lot of people message me asking if there were any options available to support me, like a Patreon or anything. I don't have a Patreon yet, mainly because I still feel like I'm an early YouTuber, but I did open a merch shop with Redbubble. My store name is simplysimmer.redbubble.com, and I have quite a few designs up already that were all designed by me personally. I do get a cut of the sale if you purchase anything from my store, so I thought I would just throw that information out there for anyone interested in supporting me. I had a tough time trying to find pictures of the bathrooms. This bathroom is the master ensuite in Marge and Homer's room. There were a lot of pictures that you could kind of see the walls and the floor, but I just had to do some guesswork in that bathroom. Also, in their bedroom, I found some pictures where there was a TV in their room and some pictures where it was just a vanity at the end of their bed. I wasn't entirely sure which one to go with, but I don't use vanities too often in my builds, so I went ahead and stuck with the vanity for their room. Next, we're moving down the hall into the kids' rooms. I started out with Maggie's room. I really wish there were some more toddler things in the game, like toddler swings and playpens, or maybe even things like rocking chairs and bouncers. I kind of created a makeshift playpen out of some toddler fences here, but I still just wish we had more. As a mom of two little ones, I can attest that babies and toddlers take up a lot of space with their stuff, so I think it'd be really cool to see some kind of bigger expansion pack in the future that would give more to babies and toddlers. Like right now, my daughter is loving her little baby walker. She's 9 months old and can't walk on her own yet, but she can zip around super fast in that thing. I think it'd be really fun to put your sim toddlers in one of those. These last 2 bedrooms are Bart and Lisa's rooms. They're quite similar, but you can still tell the differences because Lisa's is pretty clean and Bart's is a typical boy room. I made sure to clutter it up with some sports equipment and clothes on the floors that just looks really messy. But anyway, we're coming up on the end of the build portion of this video. I wanted to give another big thank you to everyone who's supported me so far, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to stick around for the remainder of the video so you can see the finished product. Bye now!